Hello, everyone, or my peeps, as I used to say. This is Midnight, or Hikari Nile, if you want to go by my username. Been a while. Not an update here, though. Um, Recently, I've gotten really into House Flipper, the game, um, and uh, one of the House Flippers I enjoy watching play the game, Angelique, or Jelly, hope I said your name right, kind of encouraged me. About showing off one of my flips maybe, and I thought, hey, it's been a while since I made a video, and I have a new gaming PC now, so the frame rate would probably be better, so here I am. The flip I'm going to show off is a Futurama themed flip of the model apartment. Before we get into it, a few things. The model apartment is one of those properties where I'm really intimidated by them because it's a lot of empty space and I'm not exactly sure how to fill it. Um, Overly large, rich properties um, are not something I've ever lived in before, so I'm sort of at a loss on how to make it feel cozy and not very cold and ultra modern. Um, so, uh, But I found the advice is true. It's easier if you go into a flip with an idea of a character or something you're making it for or a particular theme. Um, so I went with Futurama. Um, Second thing, there is a glitch that kept happening every time I loaded up my save to continue working on the flip. Um, and the pet food disappearing from its bowls, although apparently it's still there, apparently. Um, One of the stove oven hoods kept disappearing, and it disappeared in the final walkthrough without me noticing. And, there comes a point where you're doing a level, or any game, any activity that you pick as a hobby, and you have to kind of just stop fighting it and just step back and go, if it's taking the fun out of it, then I'm just going to leave it alone and wrap it up because, you know, I don't want to leave a game I like or an activity I like really sour about it. So if you catch those glitches, I apologize. Um, they happened. Um, but if you're a house flipper player, you know what's supposed to be there, and you may have even experienced these glitches yourself. So I know I'm not alone in this. Um, Third thing, uh, the interpretation of Futurama I went with for this was kind of a hodgepodge of different ideas. Uh, Once on Tumblr, me and my friends saw a Twitch streamer AU, um, modern AU for Futurama, where Leela was a Twitch streamer, Bender was the moderator, and Fry was kind of just in the background, occasionally playing like Game Boy Advance retro games and things like that. Um, and me and my friends, built on that ourselves, is just for fun talking about it, what that AU would be like. And so it it was a fun time and a fun memory. So for this, I decided it would be sci-fi-ish Futurama proper, but it would also kind of be a little shout out to that Twitch streamer AU that we were inspired by. So there is a gaming room set up for Leela, Bender, and Fry in this flip. I did have to change the floor plan quite a bit, which took up a majority of the time. Um, I decided to base the kitchen and dining room area off of the Planet Express conference room table area and the kitchen off to the side, which is sort of part of the hangar. I based the living room area off of the Planet Express lounge room, so where you can constantly see the characters watching Hypnotoad or All My Circuits, with a table for when they have like lunch at work. on the opposite side of the room. I wasn't able really to get a skylight because the ceiling is so high, but I kind of gave a shout out to it with windows, as you will see. And part of the expansion on that Twitch stream review that me and my friends just talked about for fun was kids. And so I decided to base the boys' kids, basically the Tiny Tim robot and Ben, one of Bender's canonical kids. I decided to base the boys' room off of Fry and Bender's apartment back in their bachelor days. In the most recent revival of Futurama, Leela moved in, and the floor plan of that space has kind of changed over time because cartoons, things change. But you will see how I tried to adapt that. Um, there's a closet area, which is kind of a shout out to Amy Wong and her friendship with Leela. There is a nursery, which is sort of kind of Fry themed or younger Fry themed, kind of inspired by the episode Luck of the Fry Fish. In case Fry and Leela ever have an actual kid, as was teased in one of the alternate realities Fry saw in a recent episode, apparently. And like I said, the gaming area, where I kind of tried to give shout outs to their characters, as you will see. And then the bedroom, I am very fond of the sort of teal electric green sort of color of the Planet Express ship. So that will be the sort of was what I planned for the bedroom and bathroom. But yeah, so I've rambled enough. Let's get into the walkthrough of the finished flip. Sans one missing invisible pet food and a stove hood. I'm not bitter. But yeah, let's go into the world of tomorrow. Open sesame. So here we are. I made the entry foyer a shout out to the Robot Arms Apartments, where Fry and Bender's apartment is. Its layout has changed. It used to open into the little closets. Now it opens up into their living area, but I thought I'd give a shout out to it. Here is a model to like what Bender's actual room in the show is, just a closet for robots to rest. Wally and BB-8 got put in the same closet apartment, mini apartment, because they are orange. Here's K9 from Doctor Who. And in this little mini apartment, we have two R2-D2s and C3PO. I'm sorry, C3PO, there's two of them now. Good luck. And a Mr. Handy, yet to be unboxed. And then we have the main door to the main apartment with an entry pad. Wipe your paws, because we have two pets here, Seymour and Nibbler. Pardon me, Lord Nibbler. It can be a little dark. The light switches do help. The thing with high ceilings is that light is, you gotta really rely on natural light in this place. But yeah, here's, where you would put your shoes and your coats. A little pet pad, and the little 8-ball here is meant to represent Nibbler's dark matter droppings that power the ship. Put a little, map here just in case, the idea of, tracking, if the others are on a delivery trip, when the others aren't, they can see where they are. Here is the ground floor guest bathroom, or kids' bathroom. There's just a shower. I kind of went with the kind of teal sort of Planet Express ship kind of colors. It is what it is. By far the easiest room in this entire place to make and decorate. By far. This over here is the combined pantry laundry room bunker. Um, I figured that they needed a laundry room and a pantry, um, but also a bunker because obviously they need to hide away during Xmas from Robot Santa because they are not Zoidberg. So there's like a safe for Bender's stolen goods, there's laundry stuff, there's suitcases, weapons if they have to make a quick getaway, uh, power tools, there's extra food and sustenance for Fry and Leela, first aid kits, there's a lot of beer and gin, and like oil and car batteries for Bender, and of course a little lost sock, because I can very much imagine Fry losing a sock. That seems normal for him. Going into the living room area, very much based off of the Planet Express lounge. Um, Chill. Their lives are hectic. They need to chill sometime. Um, couldn't put in skylights, so hence the giant sci-fi windows to give natural light. In the entertainment center, we have Star Trek DVDs, because Fry is a Star Trek nerd, and the Rock'em Sock'em robots that Bender likes, um, with the red phone that is seen by the TV in the show. Um, got one of those sci-fi monitors on the wall to be this like webcam hollow pad thing that they have. The view over to the mountains and the waterfall, Moonrise Falls, um, and of course, in the place where they chill, a tribute to Slurms Mackenzie. Rest in peace. A little Roomba on the ground to clean. Um, there's the sci-fi monitor. A vending machine, although Nuka Cola here and not Bev because she ran out on Ben and Bender. A table where the crew would gather to chat and eat lunch, or game night. Here's a picture wall I made using some screenshots from the show. Um, Igner is pictured hugging the professor because he does kind of count as part of the Planet Express family, because he is the nicest of his brothers and actually Professor's son. Um, into the kitchen, which would be Bender's domain. Um, and as y'all know, the place that had the most glitches for me. But as Bender would say, shut up and eat it. um, Lots of coffee and tea machines, microwavable stuff. They live on the go, constantly doing dangerous deliveries. Um, and I would imagine that nowadays they pack their own lunch so Fry doesn't get taken over by worms again. You know, that's how it is. Um, I'm trying very hard to not. You can see where it's gone. I love House Flipper, genuinely. And the first one, its UI is a little bit nicer to me than the House Flipper 2. At least for now. I might get the hang of House Flipper 2. I feel like House Flipper 2's build system is easier, but everything else I prefer the first one. They got the silhouettes, a table for the kids, there's bowls for Seymour and Nibbler. I've got a Nuka Cola for Fry, a normal soda for Leela, and a beer for Bender. So you can kind of tell whose pizza slice was whose. And a projector screen because there is no giant circular hollow globe thing that would fit on a kitchen table with the sci-fi stuff, unfortunately. There is a big one, but not a very, very small one that can fit on a table. And so now, up we go to the second floor, again with the relax. Another me trying to bring light into here, aside from the natural light. Turn on the hallway light, and I think the first place I'll show is, yeah, the pet area. The bed closest to the UFO neon is Seymour's, and the more classy dark bed with white pillow is Nibbler's. I kind of arranged their pictures to kind of hint to that, along with pictures of Ben, Tiny Tim, and I think the orphan Sally, who got very close to Fry, Leela, and Bender over the show. This is how I imagined Ben and Tiny Tim's room based off of um, Fry and Bender's living room. So their little table under a Slurm poster is the main shout out to it. Their dartboard, there's a Venus flytrap to sort of shout out their dying bush that they kept watering. No giant CRT television in here though, they'd have to go to the living room to watch TV. Um, and I kind of just filled their bookshelf with a lot of books and toys and other sci fi thingies. But that's the boys' room. Next is the nursery, which I kind of imagine for any Fry Leela actual child that we would ever get from canon. Or not. There's been a lot of fan kids. And here's the shout out to uh, Fry Jr. Sorry, Luck of the Fry Fish gets me emotional just thinking about it. Like, my goodness. It's one of the best episodes of Futurama for a reason. But yeah, baby stuff, nursery, and a crib. Um, because of how much Fry loves space, I love you to the moon and back. I mean, Leela's a starship captain. You know, Buzz Lightyear, little shout out. Um, I did kind of want to use the Fallout 4 crib, but if I did, it wouldn't have registered as a children's room. So, um, and then here's the OT3 wall. Just pictures of them being themselves and being ridiculous, which I appreciate. Um, and then the game room area, since, as I mentioned, this was to play homage to that little Twitch streamer AU that me and my friends enjoyed so much thinking about. Um, you can kind of see Fry, Leela, and Bender's area in that order. And for people who kind of want to view it from both sides, I went over here to try to give you all that perspective. Here's Fry's area. Um, as you can see, he's got his records and a record player. Um, I gave him a lot of classic consoles that were before 1999, which he might have been familiar with, and some of the modern ones to kind of simulate the like futuristic ones. A model of the Star Trek ship and a Star Trek movie poster, because he's a Star Trek nerd, and a boombox because he was from the 90s. Um, Leela's area mainly focuses on streaming and gaming. So she has a gaming PC with dual monitors, one to watch chat with, one to play the game with. She's got some sound stuff. Went with the purple theme of her hair, a green screen in case she wanted to put moving designs behind her. Here's Bender's area. Lots of computer stuff. His camera for when he, takes pictures like a tourist. Um, um, a somewhat computery looking picture and a picture of what I thought was a car that looked very much like him when he was a werecar. The space heroine picture behind Leela's desk is very much a shout out to her being captain and a hero. This is the closet area for all three of them, but it kind of got, I would imagine when they moved in, it kind of got overtaken by Amy in terms of designing it. It's basically Leela's place, where she has like her little workout corner with her punching bag and gloves over there by the window, um, and kind of just a shout out to her friendship with Amy. Um, so there's makeup and girly things. Um, Bender doesn't have as much in the way of clothes, or I would imagine he shares with Fry. So the two big closets are mainly like just meant to kind of represent Fry and Leela. Um, yeah, I wanted the light back on, and it took a while for the prompt to come on. I do like how the sci-fi furniture lights up. I really do. I wish I had more variety in it, but I do like how it lights up. Um, so that just leaves the master bedroom and bathroom, aka Fry, Leela, and Bender's area. Um, I'm more or less proud of it. I wanted to use the Planet Express kind of teal. Wish the bed was still in messy mode, but I accidentally made the bed while trying to move it. It happens. This is sort of just like a love seat, sort of by the fire area for when they want to get cozy or tell spooky stories or be silly, or they can move the stuff away to dance. The basketball hoop over Fry's bed from his apartment. Um, this little clarinet area I kind of imagined as Fry's little practicing his holophoning area, and he can just look over and see Leela chilling or Bender working on his folk music and get inspired. Um, this is Bender's side of the bed, as told by his rich man pipe and his folk music and maracas, as a shout out to his Mexican heritage. Leela's side of the bed, because it's the most crisp and professional and less amount of personal items. I do like how the shadows for these lamps go. It looks very sharp angled and kind of spooky, which reminds me of the Werecar episode. Um, oh, and before we head to the bathroom, Fry sleeps in the middle, because of course he does. He's the glue of the entire Planet Express crew. Anyway, so here's the bathroom. Not as long as Bender don't rust, I feel like he's fine, but he does seem to enjoy showers. So we have a good shower, we have a bath. There's 3 robes on the wall above the bath: purple for Leela, red for Fry, white for Bender. Um, and then an evil rubber ducky for Bender. I kind of again went with the Planet Express light blue tealish. I know it's like electric mucus green as the actual color, but I couldn't get that exact color here in the game, so I mean, y'all know which color I'm going for with this. So, yeah. So, in retrospect, I kind of wish I could have found something other to do with the love seat area, but any furniture there seemed like it broke the flow of the room. So, something simple that they could move aside if they wanted to dance or use the space for something else felt right. And yeah, gave them a nice view of everywhere. Um, they can see the whole city, and at least in all their cases, if they see Zap Brannigan coming without Kiff, they can run the other direction. But yeah, that's the Futurama Twitch streamer homage apartment. Um, I had fun with this. I had fun with this. I hope y'all had fun watching. Thanks again. Goodbye.